Action camera gimbals seem to be all the rage these days, and there's no shortage of units out there. feiyu-tech have given us some great examples, as have Tech, all working exceptionally well, although we have a new player to the game here, which could be the most versatile, fully functional unit out there to date, the Snoppa Go. Although being strangely named, Snoppa Technology may not be a company you've heard much of in the past, although they could be onto a right little gem here with their take on what the action camera gimbal should be. Backed by a successful Kickstarter campaign, there are some pretty unique features thrown into the Snoppa Go, which could make it the most fully functional action camera gimbal currently out there. Upon first inspection, this seems like a really nice piece of kit, well sized, not bulky in the hand, yet seriously comfortable thanks to that silicone type finish on the hand grip, making it seriously grippable. The bottom cap incorporates a 1/4 inch 20 metal tripod thread for attaching extendable poles, tripods or other such accessories, as well as a gap for a wrist strap, and can be unscrewed from the handle, revealing a single 3400 mAh LiPo battery, providing around 4 hours of continuous usage on a full charge. The battery is charged through a micro USB port further up the handle, along with the included USB cable, a full charge taking around 3 to 4 hours. That same micro USB port is also used for applying firmware updates. Next to this are the main controls, a power and a sleep button, along with the thumbstick directional controls, which also clicks in and functions as a mode button. It's all rather comfortable to hold and use, even for those longer recording sessions. Even the directional stick is slightly angled upwards to add to that overall comfort, showing Snoppa have certainly considered ergonomics in the overall design. Nevertheless, further up we have the standard 3-motor gimbal arrangement, compensating for the tilt, roll and pan axes. They have markings on each motor housing, which I actually really like, making it easy to judge your movements. With no exposed cables and rubberized colour coordinated tops, the motor arrangement looks like any other 3-axis gimbal. Don't be fooled though, the company claims to have independently developed the whole 3-axis system from the ground up, including hardware boards and software algorithms. The actual camera cradle itself is also unique in its own way. Constructed of lightweight metal with the company branding in one corner, the size accommodates most action cameras that are similarly sized to the GoPro, although it's the GoPro Hero 4 Silver that this gimbal is really aimed towards. With a GoPro inserted, we can attach the included retaining bracket and insert the thumb screws into the rear to hold it securely in place, several sizes being included to cater for the Hero 4 Black owners with an LCD backpack attached. With the camera in place, we have unrestricted access to the rear screen, and with the side door removed, access to all camera ports too. As it stands with power applied, the system acts like any other standard action camera gimbal, compensating for movements across all 3 axes and stabilizing your captured video, and it works exceptionally well in that regard. A circular LED around the thumbstick changes colours depending on chosen shooting mode, as well as battery status, providing a quick and clear indication of current active mode, a refreshingly simple yet seriously useful feature. It doesn't end there though. Notice the frosted plastic to the side of the GoPro. Keeping the joystick pressed for around 1.5 seconds activates the built-in LED flashlight. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to act as a floodlight for your camera, but in those darker environments it can help brighten up the shot a little, reducing some of the noisy grain effect associated with low light shots. Also note, in an effort to reduce having to carry any other gear with your gimbal, we even have a spare micro SD memory card slot built into the top of the system, a small feature but seriously handy, although care should be taken when removing it. As it stands, the gimbal is already ticking a lot of boxes, but there's still more. Inside the package we have a small control module specifically for the GoPro Hero 4 Silver with the rear GoPro port. The pins connect into the gimbal itself, while the GoPro port connects directly into the rear of the GoPro. It's a seriously neat and tidy solution. With the module attached, the gimbal is now able to communicate with the camera, allowing even more functionality, such as starting and stopping video capture using the button on the gimbal alone. Stop recording and it even places the gimbal in standby mode at the same time, saving precious battery power. Power the gimbal down completely and it will also power the GoPro down too. It's a simple one button operation, although it doesn't work every time though and is a bit hit and miss. something I'm sure a future firmware update will resolve. Nevertheless, for times when your GoPro is running low on power, a quick 3 taps on the gimbal's power button should begin charging the GoPro, although again I found this a little hit and miss, following an odd gimbal dance. It's a good feature that would prove highly handy, but I'm hoping a future firmware update will make it a little more reliable. Nevertheless, when it comes to gimbal performance, I'm pleased to report the unit works exceptionally well. Captured video is smooth and steady with no noise from the motors, meaning clear audio capture alongside video. Well, as clear as the GoPro Hero 4 can capture anyway. I did notice some slight vibration from the motors travelling down the handle now and then, but nothing that affected the gimbal's performance. We have all the standard modes available to use, with a single click of the thumbstick panning and locking different axes as and when the need arises. It takes a little practice and patience to control the gimbal and learn the different modes, but after a short while you'll be shooting like a pro. The thumbstick can also be used to control different axes depending on your mode. It's pressure sensitive too. The harder you move it, the faster the given axis rotates, while slow, gentle movements move the axis slower, creating smooth cinematic shots. All in all, performance doesn't disappoint. The motors compensate for movements across all 3 axes rather well, and when you're done, a single button powers off the gimbal as well as the GoPro. The Snoppa Go has the potential to be one of the most versatile action camera handheld gimbals out there, thanks to that direct communication with the GoPro. Not only is the gimbal well built, lightweight, sleek and comfortable to hold and operate, it performs particularly well too. The added touches such as the built-in LED light, the spare memory card slot and the GoPro interface provide useful features we've not seen with gimbals in the past. A few firmware tweaks are required though to ensure that communication with the GoPro works more reliably, but if Snoppa can refine that, they're certainly onto a winner. Unfortunately, there's no support for the Hero 5 with this model due to the lack of a GoPro rear port, but if you're in the market for a gimbal for your Hero 4, the silver in particular, this is certainly a strong contender.